If your Meta ads fell off a cliff after September, it wasn't a fluke and you weren't the only one. Meta changed the rules and they didn't tell you. And 90% of ad accounts are still bleeding money because of this. They call it Andromeda, okay? And it quietly rewires how every ad is ranked, matched, and delivered. Stay for 2 minutes. I'll walk you through the chart Meta never published, how Andromeda works, and why your ad stopped learning, okay? This will help you get your next campaign to scale. So first, let's go over the legacy system pre-Andromeda, just so you have context. And you guys all know this. Back when Andromeda wasn't introduced, so before September, everything was audience-led, right? So we had audiences, you had lookalikes, custom audiences. Meta would test a few ads. They would dump 90% of your spend into that winner in their CBOs, and that worked well, okay? And that's when ad volume was small. But as everyone started to run hundreds of near identical Advantage Plus ads, these feedback loops, they break, right? So you get random spikes, CPAs jumping, and you can't scale reliably. The system just runs out of variety, right? So post Andromeda, and this is exactly how this works here. Andromeda uses a neural retrieval engine, and I won't get into the details. It does not matter, okay? It's essentially an NVIDIA partnership with Meta, where they have these new chips that figure out how to find the best person for a particular ad, right? So it matches the ad to that person. So it looks at creative signals, and this is the big shift here, is we're looking at creative signals, so things like themes, visuals, tone, format, and even pacing of the creative, and it matches that to micro audiences automatically. That's why creative diversity becomes the new targeting, right? So I've run signal audits on 30 plus eCom accounts spending between 50 and 300K. Every single time we had the same issue: strong data, weak signals. Once we added variety, the new hooks, formats, tones, and cleaned everything up, not only did event match quality go up with our server-side integration, but we also saw much better performance on CPA and return on ad spend. Okay, so CPMs dropped, click-through rate went up, and the algorithm started learning again. So listen, I built a creative signal audit. This is a detailed system of exactly how this works. So it's a diagnostic, shows why your Meta delivery collapsed and how to rebuild it for Andromeda. Okay, so you'll see which ads are cannibalizing each other, how many creative signals dimension you're missing, what tone, pacing, CTAs you're missing, where you're leaking with tracking. Listen, we normally charge $5K for this entire rebuild, but right now it's completely free. It's basically a peek under the hood of what top spenders are doing differently. The first step, grab the creative signal audit below. It's free, it's fast, and I'll tell you in 5 minutes exactly where your signals are collapsing. Even if you never hire us or you never work with us, you'll walk away knowing exactly how to fix your Meta delivery. So if the audit confirms the K, we can rebuild everything in 3 to 4 weeks, okay, with the Andromeda rebuild sprint, okay? And so we rebuild your campaign structure, creative sequencing, the tracking end to end, and we actually make sure that the event quality does lift. If it doesn't, your second month with us will be free. So you're spending over 50K a month and you want to know why Meta stopped rewarding you, okay? Why your ads slow down. Download the creative signal audits or book a quick mapping call with me and I'll go over this with you, no problem, right? You also get to join the Paid Media Lab Pro community for templates, signal training. Listen, Meta doesn't reward the biggest budgets anymore. It rewards the cleanest signals and the boldest variety. The new game changer is creative signal.